Lily was lying in the bath, the water as hot as she could bear, soaking for 10 minutes and then scrubbing her skin for 10 minutes more, before repeating the cycle over and over again. She was trying to remove the smell of pig from herself. That was what she thought it smelled like anyway, and she couldn't think of a viler smell in all the world. She was starting to become obsessed with it, or many would probably say that she already was obsessed, but she couldn't help that any longer. If there had been a time to conquer her obsession, it had long since passed. So now she was stuck with it, no matter how long she soaked or how hard she scrubbed. In the beginning she had changed her name often, in the hope that a new name would somehow cleanse her, but that had not worked either. She had been very superstitious, like many people from the countryside, but she was less so now, having seen that nothing seemed to help her odoriferous predicament. She thought about her family, and wondered again whether it was a good thing that they were not there to help her, or a bad thing. For Lily was not from Bangkok, and knew hardly anyone there, although it was fair to say that no one knew anything about her either, even if they thought they did, except that she was a student, although not many knew that she was a medical student. If anyone knew the truth, then she would still have no friends, but she could not tell anyone her story, because she was too ashamed on the one hand, and on a secret mission on the other. Lily had arrived in Bangkok from a small village in Isaan, near the Mekong River, the year before, when she was 18, in order to study at medical college. Her father was dead now, but her parents had not been poor as such. They were both of Chinese extraction, and they had made their living from a small village shop. Their families had been in Thailand for more than 100 years, and the whole family felt Thai. The only concessions they made to their true authenticity was to sprinkle a few Chinese words into their conversation and cook dishes from back home every now and again. However, people could tell that they were of Chinese descent, although that did not matter because no one had ever held it against them in the village, which was the only home that any of them had had since their great-grandparents had arrived. In those days, Lily had often joked in English that she was a Thai girl Lily, and she had used that nickname in Bangkok too one night. Now she could never use it again, or she may give the game away. Tiger lilies were her mother's favourite flowers. They had always been around the home and garden when they were in season. Lily was small-framed, always had been, and had the cutest pixie face anyone had ever seen. She was all in proportion, too, as much as any teenager is, but she was small. At first people said that she was small for her age, and then they realized that she always would be. Even fully grown at 19, she was only 5 feet tall and weighed just 100 pounds. That had never been a problem either, and she did not mind being shorter and lighter and slimmer than her contemporaries. In fact, it worked in her favour, not least because she could get cheaper clothes. The only problem that Lily had ever had was from a man who used to help out in the shop when her parents were out buying stock. Her parents trusted him as a friend, and she was told to call him uncle as an honorary title. He would be there sometimes when she got home from school. It all started when she was 11.